and good evening and welcome to the Strategy Lab. Now, I need to take a breather for 1 second because the world came at me in the past 10 to 15 minutes. So, literally, my laptop, hey Axe, hey Amy, my laptop stopped working and it would not charge. And I'm online on Instagram, on YouTube, and on LinkedIn, and on Facebook. So I need my laptop to charge. So it wouldn't charge, and the plug would not attach to it. And I was panicking. I was like, fuck. I'm like, I've got a workshop, all right, to run. I need this thing to work. So I took a bit breather and a sip of wine, and I was like, you know what? We can do this. Totally can do this. So I am so sorry that I am 6 minutes late. Extremely sorry. Please forgive me. Okay. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to dive right in and start with the Strategy Lab. So hello and welcome to this new container, which is a new format, which I absolutely can't wait to show to you. Now, every day you will receive clear action steps to maximize your revenue via Instagram. Now, what I would like you to do is say hello in the comments, send me some hearts, send me some love, let me know if you can hear me properly. So then more business owners can actually hear this and listen to this and maximize their visibility and their revenue in 2023. Because whether you like it or not, all right, there are 26 left to the end of the year, and I'm not going to let you go dry. So leave me a comment, give me some hearts, give me some love. Hi, I'm so excited to start this. I am so excited to see you here, and I can't wait for today. So I reward action takers. All right. I can hear you loud and clear. Perfect. Thank you so much, Axe. So I reward action takers. Now, the reason why I reward action takers is because I'm getting really hot right now. Okay. Is because the only way to reach your goals is do the thing that gets you to your goals. And in this 4 days, what I'm going to do, I am going to give you simple instructions that will create a massive difference in your life and in your business, and of course in your Instagram. And I will give you these simple instructions to take every single day. The more you implement them, the more you go deep with them, the more the results will come, the better results will come with everything you need to put in the work. That's it. So if you haven't registered through the link for the Strategy Lab, do this after I finish talking. Thank you very much. As it's the only way to win fantastic prizes. Now, the first prize is a spot in my Instagram Academy, which I will launch again in 2023. Another spot is a slot in my content strategy bootcamp, so you can start writing content like a pro. And of course, you're going to receive my online business planner straight at home. So before we get to the action part, which the first thing that is, if you haven't done it yet, is go and register from the actual link. We need to get to the knowledge. Okay? So the knowledge, aka how does Instagram work and how do you make money from it? Now, I want to do something different from this. So I'm going to take out my pretty whiteboard over here and I will present to you, and I've got a pen as well. I'm really excited about it. Like this is what makes me excited, all right? Whiteboards. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to present you with the Instagram funnel, okay? because you need to know how Instagram works before you can make money from it. So we have 3 stages in the Instagram funnel. I'm going to write over here. I don't know how this is going to look on camera. Okay, so forgive me before I do anything and just say, okay, Lara, it's fine. All right. But what we're going to go with, okay, we have 3 stages. The first stage that is up here is the stranger. You can see it. The second phase is the follower. Okay. Now, the third part of the Instagram funnel is the client. Of course, as you can see, a person, all right, your ideal client, if you wish, needs to go from being a stranger, let me see if you can see, being a stranger, then being a follower. So that's the first part. Then from a follower, they need to become a client. So this is phase 1. I'm doing really good at this. And this is phase 2. Now, of course, we know that clients equals money. Now, you attract the stranger through reach. So, content creation, hashtags, collaborations, external engagement. It's an ongoing process that involves brand awareness, so visibility, and it's part of the growth strategy. Now, the growth strategy is something that you want to have as a strategy every single quarter, 100%. Now, what happens after that? That you convert the stranger into a follower via optimization of your Instagram and content. You spend time engaging and finding your ideal client. You find other accounts that have your ideal client. You spend time attracting your ideal clients. Okay? Strangers can see your posts in the feed, and if they like what they see, they read the caption, they will click on your username, get into your feed, and if they decide that you've got content that is worth looking at and following you, they will hit that follow button. Now, your feed needs to be optimized for them to hit that follow button. Okay, your content needs to speak directly to them if you want them to hit that follow button. But we will speak about that. Okay, don't worry about that. Now, phase 2 happens when you turn this beautiful follower that has hit the button. So it's like, you know what? This person is kind of interesting. I want to follow you. Sorry, I'm late. I couldn't find you. It's absolutely okay. We just started. I'm just explaining the Instagram funnel right now. So phase 2 goes from follower to client. So once you have turned them into a follower, you need to guide them. All right. And mark my words, is you need to guide them. It's not their job. It's your job to convert your followers into your clients. You cannot just sit and expect them to come to you. It's your job to go and get them because it's your business, it's your life, it's your responsibility. So the way you do that is through connections and sales. And we are going to speak about connections so much these 4 days. Content creation, thorough market research, brand personality, messaging. So what happens is that your new followers will start seeing your posts more and more on a daily basis and will learn more about you and your business. Your followers will start checking your stories. You know, the stories that disappear every 24 hours and you think that they're useless, but they're actually really, really worth checking them out because that's where you create the connection between you and your followers. They will eat your content. They will DM you. And if you're good enough at doing all this, they will come and ask you specific questions on the niche that you are going for. So once they've made up their mind and decide that you are the best person to talk to and to buy from, they will buy. And this is exactly what you want. So in this workshop, in these 4 days, we are going to focus on phase 2. Phase 2 is from follower to client. Okay? I'm going to put away my whiteboard right now. I am not even going to touch Reels, because I want to focus this workshop on lives, because that's where the connection happens. Okay, live videos is where the connection happens, and I want to focus on lives because Reels is something that everybody's talking right now. Okay, everybody's just talking about Reels and how they should use them for reach, and I agree on the fact that Reels need to be used for reach, but reach is the first phase. Okay, reach is not part of the second phase. The reach is the part in which the stranger comes and gets turned into a follower. So with this challenge, with this workshop, I want to take you through phase number 2. So the moment that you have those followers and then you transform them into a client, because the number one mistake that I see business owners do is try and get more and more people to follow them. Whether they're the right or wrong people, it doesn't matter, but there's all those vanity metrics. But I see them trying to get more and more people to follow them, but not focusing on the followers that they have in this moment. And they are the gold. That's where the pot of gold that the leprechauns have is your followers. Because if you've done your reach right, if you've done your external engagement correctly, then your followers are your perfect, ideal client. And all they're waiting for is for you to post something, to sell an offer that is tailor-made for them. So, not going to focus on Reels. Okay, not going to do that because it's part of phase 1. We are going to focus on lives. So be ready, because you can imagine already what I'm about to tell you. Bear in mind, complete honest and transparency with me. Okay, this challenge is a taster to the Real Strategy Lab, which is a 90-day container in which I tell you exactly what to do every single day to maximize your revenue and generate your first 5 clients on Instagram in 2023. Now, you can purchase the Strategy Lab from Thursday. Before that, all you have to do is phase 2. All right, because phase 2 is all about connecting with your potential client. And the number one ingredient that you need in order to connect with them is courage. So every day you'll have a word in this workshop. And the word for today is courage. And courage because you want to be vulnerable. Courage because you need to provoke emotions into your ideal client. Courage because courage creates authenticity. And courage because courage allows people to understand whether they like you or they do not like you. Now, if they don't like you, who the fuck cares? If they like you, you can turn them. You can turn them into clients. You can turn them into paid followers that buy from you. So let's figure out, okay, what courage is and how to be brave. So courage is literally, and I went on the dictionary to get this meaning, okay? Courage is literally the ability to do something that frightens you. So in order to be courageous, you need to figure out what scares you. And what scares you is fear. But when you do something that you're scared about and you still do it, that's where you grow. When you tell me, Lara, I am shitting my pants, if just at the thought of me having to go live on Instagram, and yet you follow my advice and you go live on Instagram, you know what that happens? That you grow. That you do something that you've never done before. That you create an experience. Neuroscientifically, you're creating a new experience. And every time that you act on that experience, it becomes easier and easier and easier. And the more you do that, the way easier it's going to be for you to recreate it. So, what are you scared about when it comes to Instagram? Let me know in the comments. Write a comment right now and let me know what scares you about Instagram. Is it going live? Is it showing your real self? Is it doing a reel? Is it doing a dance? Is it pointing? What frightens you about Instagram? Let me know. Now, the only way to get this right is to be completely honest with yourself. Because remember, there's no right or wrong answers. Okay. So if you don't want to share it in the comments with everybody else, that's absolutely fine. But you have a duty to yourself to be honest with yourself, because it's the only way in which you are going to succeed in what you need to succeed. Oh my God, just what I was thinking. I'm actually scared to go live and messing up badly. This is brilliant. This is absolutely brilliant. Not looking good enough and being laughed at. Okay, you're taking out your fears. Yes, the best way to demonize your fears is to take them out. Fear of becoming boring. I doubt you'll be able to become boring, Ags, I'm telling you. Okay, no, that is not happening. Connecting with strangers, I overthink it, then find a reason not to do it. Are we going to work on that? We are going to so work on that. So for the longest time, I remember the first time I went live. So the first time I went live, I had a business coach that told me, Lara, you need to go live. And I'm like, fuck no. Like, what if I mess it up? I'm like, what if then I don't like my voice? What if I look at myself afterwards? And this is something that I don't do very often. What if I look at myself afterwards and I don't like myself? Like, no, I'm not going live. I am not doing that. And then we found a sort of compromise, right? In which I went live into a group that kind of knew me. And so it was kind of a safe space for me to go live. And I remember the feeling as it was yesterday. We're talking about 3 years ago, all right? And now I just do lives. I just like click on the live button and that's it. And you get me. But I remember the feeling as it was like yesterday, in which I was shaking. I was literally shaking. My palms were sweating. And everything in my body was telling me, Lara, do not go live. Lara, you're going to mess it up. Lara, you are going to just freeze and you are going to not know what you're going to say. And I was just like, what the fuck do I do? So, and I'm going to teach you a little secret tomorrow on how to actually do it. So I did this little secret, okay, that I'm going to teach you tomorrow, and I went live. And after I finished, I couldn't stop shaking for the next half an hour. I was just like, what the fuck is going on? But I was so proud of myself for doing it. So proud of myself for doing it. And I was like, well, I did it. Was it hard? Yes, 100%. Was it something that I wanted to do again? No, like heck, I wanted to do that again. But was I able to do it? Yes, I was capable of doing it. I also think I don't have the image that will appeal to my ideal client. No, you do. You do definitely. Because the image is not as much as the image from the outside, but it's the trustworthiness. And you do transfer trust. You have the face of somebody that is trustworthy. You have the spirit of somebody that if I come to you and I have no idea who you are and I speak to you and start talking to you, Amy, I know that I can trust you. And that's what your client wants. Your client wants to trust you. I never know what to say either, and I speed up my talking. That happens when you're nervous. It's absolutely normal to speed up your talking. Yes, completely normal. And that's what I used to do as well. And I'm going to teach you tomorrow. There's a trick to do that. There's literally a trick, and it's a very, very easy one that I don't think anybody thinks about, but it's an extremely easy trick that I'm going to teach you tomorrow. So I want you to be honest with yourself. All right, because for the longest time, I was scared of being myself on Instagram. And I still have issues talking about it. So I used to model, okay? And I would do different kind of modeling. So my Instagram was filled with pictures of me dressed in certain ways, and modeling for other people. So that brought loads of unwanted attention on one side, but brought loads of followers on the other. And what I would notice that as soon as I became a certified life coach, because I started as a health coach and then I went into life coaching and then I went into business coaching without forgetting the life coaching, all right? Because what we're doing on day one is literally life coaching. So when it came to the health coaching, having a good body and modeling and showing certain parts of my body was absolutely fine, because people were like, well, she needs to be hot. All right, she needs to be beautiful. She's a fucking health coach. Like, I wouldn't follow a health coach that is overweight and a health coach that's got acne on their skin, because they wouldn't know how to eat, and they wouldn't know what exercise to do, and they wouldn't know how to take care of their body. So it was fine. But the moment that I started talking about the subconscious mind and the conscious mind and the limiting beliefs and the comfort zone and everything that revolves around life coaching, I didn't have the same reaction. They would kept on complimenting me for my looks, for my nails, for my earrings, for my hair. And by all means, don't get me wrong, I love my nails, I love my earrings, I love my hair, I love my looks. Okay. And now I created a whole campaign about it, which is called Don't Hate Me Because I'm Beautiful, around it. But at the time, that wasn't enough for me to feel validated as an expert and as a human being worthy of teaching something else that is not how to eat. So for the longest time, I fought this thing until I decided to open a new Instagram. And that's the story of Life with Lara Coaching is this one. I had another Instagram, which still stands, okay? And then I had to create another one because I didn't feel like people were taking me seriously. And when I realized that it didn't matter, because that was still part of me, I was able to put it all together. And up until now, I am still working on myself, because if you met me face to face, you would say a complete different thing about me that you say when you see me online. And I've had people that told me, like, you're so much better in person. I'm like, what? Am I really? I'm like, yeah. It's like, you shine more when I see you in person rather than right now. There's something that's blocking you. So all of this to say, okay, that the more I'm vulnerable with you, the more I'm authentic with you, the more you are going to be attracted to me. So don't hide, don't shy away. There is nothing for you, literally nothing for you to be worried about. So don't be scared and don't have fear. And of course, as you might have understood, the task for today is all about fear, because now we get into the practical shit, okay? Because tomorrow is all about Instagram, okay? But today, I want you to get over your fears, because there's no point of me telling you your task for today is going live on Instagram, all right, when you haven't fought your fears. There's no point of me saying that. Thank you for the hearts. I don't know who's sending the hearts, but thank you. So the task for today is all about fear. It's all about courage. I want you to think about what you're scared of when it comes to Instagram, and I want you to break it down to a T. You do this in 5 steps. So remember these 5 steps. Step number 1, and most of you have already written it in the comments, which I really, really thank you for sharing this with me. Step number 1 is to identify your fears. What is it that you are afraid of? I would like you to, when you close this video, and we're going to close in about 5 minutes, I want you to sit quietly, if you can, if the kids allow it, all right? Just sit quietly for a couple of minutes and observe what your mind tells you. Ask your mind to sit down. Ask your mind, what am I scared of when it comes to Instagram? That's all you need to ask. Let it sit with you. Let it allow to come through you. Let the answer come from your subconscious mind, because the subconscious mind knows why you are scared and what you're scared of. Feel what you're feeling. All your body sensations all around you. Start feeling them. And write down what comes up and be as specific as you can. Step number 2, recognize that fear can work to your advantage. Now, as one of my really good friends says, everything serves you and everything limits you. Okay? And our emotions exist to tell us things, to warn us, to make clarity of something. So when you feel fear, it's your soul that is telling you something. You just need to figure out what that is. So you need to listen. So the moment that you feel fear, it's your subconscious that needs your attention, that is telling you something. But if you keep avoiding it, you will get anxiety. So instead of avoiding it, jump right into it and figure out, why on earth am I scared of this? So view the fear as a piece of information that you can control. Because if you have the information, you can control the information. If you don't have the information because you're running away from it, there is literally nothing that you can do. So use it to your advantage. Step number 3, sit with fear and go even deeper. What is the root cause? Fear of uncertainty, fear of not looking good, fear of not having the image, fear of saying something that you shouldn't say. Those are superficial. Go deeper. What is the real fear? Fear of failure, fear of success, fear of not being worthy. What is the root cause of your fear? Think about this. Go really, really deep. Go 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 steps deeper. What fear is this? If you don't know what fear it is, you are just going to hit the surface and you're not going to go below that. Ask yourself, why can I not overcome this fear? Step number 4, and this is my favorite one. Sorry, but I need to be a hard bitch like that. Recognize your excuses. Now, yes, sometimes fear is real fear, okay? And there needs to be a work done through your subconscious mind that allows you to take out that fear, to clean everything, and to come out on top, clean and sparkly and smelling good and all of that, all right? Sometimes you are using fear as an excuse for not doing the actual job that needs to be done. Because fear makes you put things off. I'm really tired. I don't have time to do this. I've got other shit that's more important to do. It's a dumb idea anyway. Everybody goes live right now. Nobody's going to go and see my live video. Do these excuses sound familiar? Amy says, I could write a book on my excuses. Yes, Amy. But what I do love is that you're completely honest about it. Now, if you do write a book on your excuses, write the opposite and say, why are you actually doing it? What is going to happen if you don't listen to that excuse and you actually do the stuff that needs to be done? And of course, when you write an excuse, ask yourself, is there a truth to that statement? Because the moment that you say, I am fearful of going live because, let's take Carrie's example. So I'm fearful of going live because I am scared that I don't know what to say, and then I'm going to talk faster than usual, and then people are going to make fun of me. All right? Is that really true? Or is it an excuse? So then you're avoiding potential failure. Because this is not a rule, one of the 5 steps, okay? But you need to fail. 100% you need to fail. It's the only way to make things right. That's how you learn. That's how you grow. That's how you stop making mistakes. You stop making mistakes by making mistakes. And it's so much easier and less painful to make excuses than it is to put in the long hours and the energy and the time that it will take to make your business work. I know it is. I've been there. I've done that. I've hit my head so many times and cussed myself so many times because I was doing something and I was using excuses until the point that I wasn't anymore. I still need to give myself a pep talk at times when I'm like, you know what, Lara, you really don't want to do this. And I'm like, bitch, please, well, you have to do this. And Lara's like, well, I just want to watch Vampire Diaries. I don't want to write that email. Oh, yeah, what's going to happen if you watch Vampire Diaries? Well, I will know whether Elena wakes up from the coma or she doesn't until Bonnie gets up, right, and dies. Sorry for any spoilers, by the way. And you're like, yeah, do you actually need that in your life? And I'm like, well, not really. We'll also go and write the email. Once you write the email, then you're going to be able to watch Vampire Diaries. Now, that's my pep talk, all right? Because I still give myself excuses at times. And it's completely normal because that's how your subconscious mind is done. That's okay. But your excuses are not going to help you reach your goals. And we get to step number 5. Find value in pain. I know you do not want to hear this, okay? But find value in pain. No one likes pain. Your subconscious mind is wired to stay away from pain and to seek pleasure. But sometimes the pain leads to the pleasure. That's a big difference about your subconscious mind and your conscious mind. Your subconscious mind does not understand short-term pain. Your conscious mind understands short-term pain for long-term pleasure. Your freedom, your money, your business that works, your clients that come in, are they worth that short-term pain? Yes, they are. Because if they aren't, no offense, okay? But go and do something different. Go and do something that doesn't require pain. If you accept pain, oh, wow. Okay. I feel like my Instagram just stopped working. So if you accept pain, your efforts to achieve your goals will be painful at times. but painful experiences become opportunities for growth. And when you let go of pain as a threat to your survival, it loses its power and becomes another tool for overcoming fear. So today, I ask you for task number 1. What are your fears when it comes to Instagram? Follow the 5 steps. Are you ready to put in the courage to make it happen? Visualize what will happen if you stop being fearful right now. What would your success look like if you let go of fear? Now, this is it for today. Okay, I've kept you long enough. Don't underestimate the power of your mindset. Remember that to be eligible for the prizes, you need to complete all 4 days. It's all in the email. Now, I will see you tomorrow at 6 p.m. UK time to talk about how to get clear and how to get clarity on your perfect client. I'll see you there.